Hello, morning after tubers, and welcome back to Let's Play Shadowrun Returns with me, BlueAnkylo. Last episode, we finished clearing out the Telestrian offices, and for some reason, Baron Samedi was stopped, and he couldn't figure out how to finish the run, so he had us send our team away, and I spent the night in a janitor's locker. So we're going to see how this concludes today, and whether or not we can get our data or our Aegis sample, or if we're just fail our life and everyone dies to insect demon bugs tomorrow. Never know. So, the morning after. You hunker down in the janitor's locker room amid the smells of industrial strength cleansers, floor wax, and body odor. Sleep is impossible, as you must be constantly on your guard for the telltale sounds of security teams or building maintenance crews. Morning eventually comes, and with it, another chance at Project Aegis. And I'm sure no one cares that we shot the place up. And I still have my drones that did the shooting with me. It's totally cool, guys. Good morning, mon ami. You look well. You better have a good reason for locking me in overnight and not telling me the plan. Given Mr. Silverstar's paranoia about security, we could not get into his office in a straightforward manner last night. However, thanks to the mayhem created by you and your Shadowrunners, a situation ripe for exploitation now exists. You must think you're pretty clever. While you waited here, I continued to probe, looking into some of the less secure, more mundane Telestrian office files. Shipping records indicate that Mr. Silverstar recently took delivery of several paintings he commissioned after being promoted to VP of Telestrian Security. The shipment was called Our Values. On the same day, building maintenance reported installing the artwork in his office at the same time as a piece of equipment purchased from Fuchi Corp. Although they had attempted to obfuscate its use, I believe it is the safe. I mean, hiding a safe behind a picture on the wall, painting on the wall, pretty standard. Pretty standard. That's the first place you look, basically. I might do safes. I don't know. The sample is in the safe, right? You are very bright. Yes, that's my main stat, thank you. Mr. Silverstar is personally conducting the investigation into last night's break-in. He is interviewing personnel who may have pertinent information. You need to be one of the personnel he interviews in his office. Once you are inside, you will need him to leave so that you can find a way to get the sample. Hopefully none of those cameras worked last night, Baron, or this is going to be a really, really short interview. So I tell him I have evidence so I can get inside his office for an interview. Close. You will plant evidence of your own creation. There are 3 matrix emergency power junctions on this level. If we add some comlink chips to them, we'll make last night's run appear to be preparation for a larger run. It will bring the attention of Telestrian security. I sure hope I brought some comlink chips with me, like you planned for yesterday. Getting the attention of corporate security comes easily. What's your angle? There's a janitor's uniform, ID badge, and the comlink chips in the locker. How does he know this? How? You have to be an inside man. You have to work at this facility, if not own it. They will get you general access and allow you to pass a basic inspection. Yeah, they won't be looking at my machine gun drones. The rest is up to you. One more thing, Mr. Silverstar is well known for his creative security measures. You would do well to learn as much as you can about this man before meeting him. Sure. Research. Now, quickly change and I'll unlock the door. What could possibly go wrong? Well, Janitor Ankylo, with his cleaning drones, is off to work. Do. I'm glad some janitor left his ID badge overnight instead of using it to sign in today at the front door. Oh, hey guy. I was just napping back there. Sure you haven't been watching the elevator all day. The supervisor has the look of a Stuffer Shack manager with delusions that he is on a career track rather than what he is. Disposable, dime a dozen resource. I'm Steve Scott. I'll be your direct supervisor. Sorry I missed you when you first came in, but I only found out that you were starting an hour ago when you suddenly showed up in the system. Weird glitch. Normally we'd watch an orientation trid and walk through our mission statement, but, well, it's going to be hard for you on your first day. You're going to need to clean up some blood. Maybe a lot of it. I don't think slang is going to work with this guy. He's serious business. I can handle it. Just tell me what to do, boss. You'll have your hands full. There was some sort of break-in last night. Some people were, let's just get things cleaned up on the floor. And listen, people are going to be on edge today. Try to stay invisible and don't get into trouble. Otherwise, they're going to call me, and I'm going to have to reprimand you and put a note in your file. It's just an acronym for life. Straighten up this floor and stay out of trouble. Got it, boss. I hope they get whoever did this. Only a fool would attack Telestrian corporate office and think they can get away with it. Yeah. Start heading from room to room and clean what needs cleaning. Good luck and welcome to Telestrian. Well, at least he's given me free pass to go room to room. Yeah, don't mind this body bag. Hey guy. He always like that? What can I do for you? Need to get upstairs. My supervisor says there's more cleaning to do. The top floors may only be accessed with the express authorization of Eric Silverstar, our VP of Security. You can head to the lowest floor if the supervisor wants. Okay, we haven't done the chips yet, so we can't do that. Okay, so we'll go back once we've done the chip set stuff. Clean, clean, clean. Just leave some footprints in it that totally aren't my footprints from last night. And we'll go through here. Hey, supervisor. I'm just looking for a mess, checking in with you guys, seeing how it looks. Looks like there's some trees knocked down. I don't remember. I mean, those guys last night must have made a terrible mess. Certainly don't know who could have knocked those trees over. Looks like this computer's all busted up too. What's going on? Oh wait, this is a different guy. I thought this was the same guy because he's got a suit and he's got elf ears. They all look the same to me. As the Telestrian tech jockey turns to speak, you notice a panel has been removed from one of the land racks just behind him. Thanks for coming. Can you believe it? Silverstar is calling it an intrusion. But I know the aftermath of a Shadowrun when I see it. Start over in the corner and make sure you don't get any solvents on my servers. I'm so friendly. Do you think you could duck out for a smoke or something? It'd be easier if I didn't have to clean around you. Oh yeah. Sorry, no problem. Just another day in paradise, right? Thanks, guy. You're a real chummer. Hack! The open panel is a rat's nest of cables and half disassembled hardware. Some of it is loose. Doink. You never know when you're going to need some Matrix LAN parts. What about this over here? Is this that comlink? Matrix emergency power junction. Alright, here's a comlink chip. The access panel comes off with a quiet pop and you place the chip. Beep. Good work, drones. Keeping an eye out. Alright, that room's clean. This room is clean. Good work. The drones are really good at cleaning. Probably better than me. I don't know why we even have humans. Alright, let's check this office. It's probably got a big mess in it. Because there were drones in here earlier. Oh! The two men are staring into the vent and shaking their heads. Wonder why that vent's open. That's crazy. Look, Raoul, I know, and you know, that there's nothing in that vent. But when I told that to Silverstar, he accused me of not wanting to crawl in there. Said was letting the company down by not displaying the corporate value of duty. Suits sure love their mission statements and all that dreck. Today isn't the day for Telestrian Corp's duty above all crap. Several of us did the ultimate duty last night. Yeah, we actually killed... I mean, quite a few people seem to have died last night from the company. Drat those Shadowrunners. I guess we should just be happy Mr. Telestrian isn't in today. Just get in there and take another look. Go upstairs and report. Plus I got all this bulky armor I couldn't see in there. I'm just a janitor. Mind me. So I probably shouldn't install the comlink while someone's watching. Filthy guard is looking into an open vent. He is clearly not enjoying the idea of climbing back in. Sorry. Cracked the Drek all over the floor. Man, I can't believe what happened to the night watch. Me either. You think you're done with events for the day? They want me to get this room back in order. If anyone asks, you saw me in there, okay? You got it. Cover for each other. You tell them I cleaned the room. I tell them you cleaned the vent. It's a good deal. Do. Boop. Beep. Pop. Alright, that's 2 down. I don't remember so many bullets going through that table. Who knocked over that desk? I have to say, at this point, it's not looking good. Oh, it's an elf. It's a corporate elf. I don't know how it happened. Nonetheless, our records show this terminal was left unsecured in direct contravention of Telestrian corporate policy. You failed in your duty. I know it's duty above all for you security types. I'm the victim here, I swear. Perhaps when Mr. Silverstar gets his next promotion, that will become a value for your data pushers as well. Right now, it seems your value is clock out early and ignore my responsibilities. Don't go anywhere. Take my report to Eric. Wonder if that's the guy with the cool voice. So I see a comlink. Maybe we can convince this guy to go to the bathroom. The wage slave is on the edge, staring vacantly at the terminal with his hands to his face and his fingers twitching nervously. What do you want? Can't you see I'm busy? Looks like you're in real trouble, chummer. Buzz, unless you can clean up a shattered career, leave me alone. Just leave me alone. Came across some items that might help you out. He shakes his head. I doubt it. You know the guy who said life isn't fair? Talking about me. You know, security is just bullying you. I could make it look like your terminal was tampered with. No one would be the wiser. You're right. There's no reason I should let security push me around. Heals himself. Just do it quick. Janitor Ankylo. Place the cables and data chips in there and play around. It's all good. Thanks so much. I won't forget this when your review comes up. You don't review me, buddy. Hey, no problem, sir. Just glad I could help. Mind clearing out for a while? There's a lot to do. Gotta clean up all this dreck. You bet. Just remember to keep this between us. So good at espionage, guys. Best stat. Alright, can I make it look like it was him again? Doesn't look like it. That would be the best if I could undo what I just did. Sell all these guys out. Okay, let's just beepity boop it. There's a beep, and a pop, and a boop. Alright, we have planted 3 comlinks. Just gonna have a look down here first before we try to go upstairs, because we're supposed to gather some information on this guy. If we can. There might not be a lot we can do. Alright, let's go back to the guard. See what he has to say. Well, tell him we have to say. Oh
can I do for you?
Need to get upstairs. My supervisor says there's more cleaning. Well, we already tried that.
The top floors may only be accessed with the express authorization of Eric Silverstar. This is the same thing I said last time, you idiot.
Alright. Hey, I found all these chips on some of the Matrix switch boxes. Is that, like, important? While I was cleaning up. The guard thinks for a moment and activates his comlink. He turns his back on you and has a brief conversation, and we strike him in the back. I mean, we let him talk. And he turns back.
Mr. Silverstar wants to see you in his office immediately.
Alright. Upstairs. Still gotta steal that sample. The brutish dog-eat-dog existence of a slum dweller is a far cry from the quiet desperation and existential nothingness of a corporate wage slave. Yet after your time at Telestrian Industries, it's unclear which is more bleak. The elevator rises smoothly, its blanderized music assaulting you once again. Ascend to the executive floor. End your piano. Aquarium. Alright, we're upstairs again. Door's locked today. Might be some corpse. Oh, can almost open it. Trying to let me open it, but there seems to be quite a few of these aquariums around, actually. I wonder if it's just a fake, like an LCD screen. It just looks like an aquarium, but isn't really. Probably in the future they don't have real fish and clean water. It's just TV. Trid-V. So, supervisor. That looks like a secret entrance behind that bookcase. There you are. It seems that some of my best are letting me down, and it's good to see that you're displaying one of the most important of my 3 key values. Well, it's duty above all, right? Well, yes, that is my first value, and I'm glad more than those outside of security follow it. And from a janitor, no less. No, I am speaking of my third and final value of vigilance. Seems to be sorely lacking around here. Yes, that's a good plan. We prefer... No, let's not tick him off. Thank you, sir. Well, rewards and punishments must be given where required. Now, please start filling out the report on the datapad. I'm afraid I must ask you not sit in my chair given your attire. I need to go downstairs and investigate your findings. I'll be right back. 5 paint. Comlink. Beep, bleep, beep. So, these paintings must be what all these expensive deliveries were. We don't have much time here. I'm tracking Silverstar and he is already stepping off the elevator. I don't think your disguise will hold up much longer. I'll update you on his movements. Very, mon ami. So, like, do I have to guess the right painting? I don't like this. I'm gonna go with the one in the middle. Depicted a clock tower. We should probably look at them all before we start pushing them. Efficiency. What's in this? What's this thing about? There's an open bottle of expensive scotch and a single glass that appears to be half empty and a half smoked cigar. Photorealistic painting of the 5 massive harvesters in Telestrian colors. A staggered formation cutting a swath across a field of wheat. Unity. How about that either? Duty. Well, there was something about duty. This shows a profile of 3 elves in Telestrian security uniform. Painting shows a wild mountain landscape with the clouds ringing lofty peaks. Black reed independence. I don't know what his 3 ideals are. No, 2 of them. Painting of is of a small lighthouse in an intense storm at night, perched on a rocky outcrop. Well, vigilance is his 3rd. Duty or something was his 1st. So let's try vigilance, because maybe his 3rd is the most important. Frames around the painting of the lighthouse pops back out. That means. Oh, there's going to be 3 that unlock something. Okay, I bet you that's all it is. So duty, it's going to be like a little three switch button. Not. He has a few guards, a tech worker, and very nervous wave slave gathered in the boardroom and is beginning to question them. Did I not just get something? Well, I don't know what his third one is. Never told me. Efficiency seems possible. Duty, vigilance. What else would it? Unity, maybe. He's like the head of security, right? And I doubt it. What do you think? Efficiency or unity? Duty. Let's try vigilance. Or no, did we already? Wait. I'm getting all my words. Efficiency, yeah. He's got duty, he's got vigilance. It's going to be, I think, either efficiency or unity. As the head of security, I think unity makes more sense than efficiency. You don't want to... I don't know for sure, but we'll try. Frame around the paintings and the harvester pops back out. What? I don't understand what I'm doing here. Oh, I probably have to do them in order. So it would go duty. And then he has finished interviewing a Matrix tech and is now talking sternly to a pair of guards. Okay. Well, if this is right, then it'll be the second one. Unity. No. Alright. So I'm going to try duty. And then efficiency. Come on. Now he is talking to the wage slave. This is not going well. They are raising their voices. Good. Give me more time to figure this puzzle out. Okay, come on, efficiency. Be the right one. Okay, good. And then definitely the next one will be right. Vigilance. Totally. Flame clicks into position, place, and the parting slides back from the wall. Painting. Now, is this something different? Bottle, half smoke. Oh, wait! The secret entrance behind the bookshelf! Holy... all the cool stuff back here. Loot! Let's grab it all! It's never easy. There is a safe that has a large DNA scanner on the front, most likely keyed to Mr. Silverstar. Well, we could get some DNA off of his scotch. Open bottle of expensive scotch, half and a single glass. It appears to be half empty and a half smoked cigar. I guess we're taking the cigar. We have enough time for this. Gotta rush. Gotta go fast. Put the moist end of the cigar in the DNA scanner. A click and a faint hiss of escaping air, the safe opens. Ha ha ha, your security is not good enough. Great work, mon ami! The time for stealth has passed. What, now you want me to shoot my way out? How? This thing was not connected. The reason it's separated was so that it could not be connected to Matrix networky stuff. But somehow, it has set off every alarm in the system that it shouldn't be connected to. I have unlocked the executive elevator and your path is clear. Head to the elevator and make your escape. I hate you. Baron, I hate you. At least I've got my drones. Alright. Don't look at me, camera. Hi guys! What's up? This is a restricted area. Crazy! I can't go in there! Look, I'm going in there! Wish I could just grab this. This looks valuable. Grab that. I love how they just said, hey, you can't go in there, and then just watch me. I'm not wearing a face mask. I'm doomed. It's not going to go well. Alright. Freedom? Not freedom. Detective McCluskey stands smirking, surrounded by armed and twitchy Lone Star officers.
Good morning, moron.
Good morning, Detective McCluskey. It's a fine day for police corruption, isn't it? The smirk broadens.
That's right, dummy. Keep flapping your jaw.
That sort of thing will be perfect for where you're going. Mr. Telestrian wants to meet you in person. He wants to chat about last night's fun and games. You can come along quietly, or you can meet him in a body bag. You can take him. He smiles wolfishly. Come on, Drek for brains. Make the wrong. Well, let's get this over with. I have things to do. Damn, I was hoping to be able to bring you in feet first. So I'm not exactly under arrest. I'm also not dead. I can blame Baron Samity for all this, I think. From the floor of the Lone Star cruiser, you watch the tops of the downtown corridor's office buildings disappear, replaced by the gray overcast over the I-90 bridge. The nylon restraints binding your wrists and ankles, along with McCluskey's whistling to the radio, make for an unpleasant ride. Half-hour later, the cruiser hits a whisper-smooth patch of road, and a magnificent mansion fills your view. Its design a blend of old-world finery and elvish grace. The car pulls to an abrupt halt, and you're dragged onto the driveway where McCluskey pulls a nasty-looking knife and cuts your bonds. You look up to see you're surrounded by a squad of green-clad ghosts, special forces from Tangier. Massaging the feeling back into your numb extremities, you prepare to meet the man himself, James Telestrian III. Hey McCluskey, how's it going?
Want some advice, moron?
Of course you don't. You're a Shadowrunner and you live by your own rules, don't you? I suggest you keep your smart-ass remarks to yourself this time, human. Mr. Telestrian isn't some street meat you can impress or intimidate. He's the brains behind the throne of Tangier, and one of the richest men in Seattle. Maybe. He might use magic. You never know. And he holds your leash, right, McCluskey? You his lapdog? His eyes say, I'd love to kill you now. But his mouth continues his smirk. I got one of the richest and most powerful men in the Pacific Northwest taking care of me, dumbass. What do you got? Indigestion. I have free will, McCluskey. You're dumber than I thought. Enjoy your chat. I'll dispose of your body later. Alright. Mr. Quoth, I presume. The fussy elf with the air of a Victorian butler studies you before he speaks. He doesn't like what he sees. Mr. Telestrian is expecting you. You will find him in the office. Thanks, Jeeves. Delighted to be of service. You may wait here for a few moments to gather yourself before you enter Mr. Telestrian's office. Some people find that they need time to prepare themselves before meeting an elf of his stature. However, the upstairs is off limits to you and the library is occupied at the moment. Do not tarry, though. Mr. Telestrian is not one to be kept waiting. Let me out. I'm gonna go for a walk this way. Ah. This way. Ah. Cops won't let me out. Well, this is quite the place, I must say. I mean, got like sparkling archways, statues, and stuff. Oh, hey, Algernon. Hey, friend. There is a twinkle in Algernon's eyes that wasn't there when you spoke to him at the steamship. It is good to see you again. There is much to do. You run in some pretty different circles, don't you, Algie? I do not run at all, Blue. I go where I am needed. I am needed here. Seek me out after you have spoken to James Telestrian. Perhaps I can be of service again. You gonna teleport me out of this place? That would be pretty. Alright, so we're supposed to go upstairs to meet him. I want to check around first before we do something like that. Never know when there's loot to be found. Still got my deck. I could just hack in and steal all their information. Those just golden statues there. Oh, there's someone to talk to. I didn't even see you. Oh, this is James himself. Right, I'm not allowed upstairs. Okay, that's fine. Alright, hey buddy. As you approach, James Telestrian 3 looks up from the computer screen built into the surface of his desk and assesses you. Calculating in cold, a practiced smile comes to his face. He vibes the kind of rich you don't get from Trivid. It's not the clothing, or the trapping, or the bow before your better's mansion. It's something else. The feeling that you're being categorized as a resource, or a liability, or a pawn. I have some suspicions about this guy. Just a few. And that maybe if we had something like a spell called Astral Sight, or whatever it's called, we might be getting some interesting signs. Just got a feeling. But I don't know anything about magic, so who cares? I have been reviewing the results of your visit, my Seattle office lab. I admit, you are impressive. You have generated a considerable amount of damage to my office complex, killed or wounded many of my security personnel, and cost my Vice President of Security his job. 24 hours you have accumulated quite a bill with me, sir. How do you intend to settle your debt? Well, I mean, we might as well try the corporate etiquette. I don't know if this is going to help. But at least we're talking his language, right? Once my current assignment is complete, I would be happy to discuss working off my debt to you, Lestry, sir. That discussion may happen one day, assuming the outcome of this conversation does not result in your immediate termination. When one is in my debt, they remain in my debt until such time that I decide the debt is repaid. There will be no negotiation on that point. However, you have one piece of information you might use as a bargaining chip in the little time you have left to live. Why you took what you took. I am interested to know why you and your team of criminals fought your way through my security teams up to my private office to access the Matrix and uncover the location of a simple research. Well, what do you guys think? Should I tell the truth? Let him know that I know he's got a half-brother who's dead. Tell him another version of the truth. This is probably what Baron Samedi would prefer. Or I could just lie. Lying, I vote not lying. I vote not spilling all the beans immediately. I vote simply, I've run into some giant insect spirits that need to die, and I'm hoping your Aegis thing can help. Because that's really why we did it. In the short term. I find your bluntness somehow refreshing. Touches a button on the desk. Mr. Quoth, please ask my daughter to join us. See, and I had a feeling he knew about the insect bug demons because of her, and we know who this is going to be. The young, pretty elf has dark circles under her eyes and a haunted expression in her. She recognizes you instantly. We did rescue her, and we should damn well get some credit for that, Mr. Telestrian, sir. It's you! You're the man who helped me escape from the Universal Brotherhood. How did you get here? Well, thank you, Marie-Louise. You have confirmed the identity of the rescuer and given me a reason to forgive him of his trespasses against me. Alright, I guess we're not getting paid, but we're probably not getting killed. I guess that's a win-win. She looks hungry for your help. I'm glad you're here. Good to see you got out okay, Marie-Louise. Marie-Louise? I'm not okay. I can't sleep at all. I'm afraid that this is a dream. That I'll wake up and still be there with bugs. You can relax, Marie-Louise. You are safe. It is over until the bugs come out of the floor and eat us all. No, it won't be over until they're all dead. You didn't see them. You don't understand. You and those men flew in here. All you do is talk. It's just like you to form a committee, Father. I knew that someone had to take action. That's why I got Hakim involved. I think we may have just found our Baron. The already cold exterior of James Telestrian III. Nice. I see. It was you and your crippled little friend who leaked Aegis to this man. We will speak of it later. Private. Now then, Blue. There are people I wish you to meet. The committee my daughter alluded to. This is a rare opportunity for a man of the street such as yourself. I urge you to behave. Adjourn to the library. I don't, but we might as well play along. I really don't see any benefit to us to ticking this guy off. It might feel good, but honestly, this man is probably not the one to trifle with. So I would be delighted. I don't know if that is sarcasm or not. See? We've got so much charisma, he can't even tell when we're pretending to be genuine. Just behave. We need to end this episode, don't we? Come on. There is weight in Telestrian's library, a sense of magnitude and of purpose. You are no longer in the presence of mere wealth, you are in the presence of history. And you're also in the presence of some very fancily garbed people. Well, Algernon's here, right? That's old Algie? I don't recognize anybody else. Probably all elves, though. Lady and gentlemen, this is BlueAnkylo, the first. He is the one human who saved my daughter and the only one who has faced our common enemy, combat. Brachhaus? What does the representative of the great dragon Lofweir have to tell us about the magical insect this Shadowrunner uncovered? Lockhouse speaks slowly, the deep, melodious German accent that I'll never, ever manage. He takes his time, accentuating each word, relishing each vowel, and tasting them as if they were a delicacy. My lord, I don't even want to try, guys. German? I don't know how to do German accent. My lord Lofweir has witnessed, it's like gruff, has witnessed the insect spirit's physical manifest. I don't know, it's too hard. I gotta stop. Roughly 9,000 years ago. As you are aware, magic ebbs and flows from the earth, cycling from peak to peak over the course of 5,200 years and 3 days, as the level of magic grows. Oh. Hans, dear, I love you, but you could babble on forever, and I believe time is of the essence. The painted elf addresses you. BlueAnkylo, is it? Delighted. The bug you fought was not merely a magically awakened animal like a wyvern or hydra or anything else in the sixth world. In fact, it isn't from this world at all. It's the physical embodiment of an insect spirit from another plane of existence. Well, I don't have the academic etiquette this time. Sorry. I imagine that moving from one plane of existence to another isn't easy, or else we would be invaded by bug spirit demons already. Correct. Perhaps Das German can tell you about it at some length one day. He's got plenty of time to chit-chat. Now, an insect spirit can't simply thumb a ride through astral spaces and show up on Earth late for dinner. Dinner in this case being us. 2 elements are required to bring one across the void. A shaman and a host. First, the spirit calls upon a shaman, often in the spirit seduces the shaman with promises of great power. The shaman then accepts the spirit. Next, the insect spirit requires a suit. The best candidates are the disaffected, franchised. In short, the weak-willed. Their minds are the most susceptible to suggestion, which is helpful in making the transformation. As you may imagine, these are the sort of people easily attracted to a cult, the Universal Brotherhood. Finally, by performing what has to be a truly disgusting ritual, the shaman serving the insect totem implants the spirit into the host, willingly or not. Then it's Harley Quinn is correct. The insect spirit will then slowly consume the host while transforming it into the spirit's own insectoid body, thus manifesting itself fully. I don't like the sound. Obviously, the Great Dragon and a cosmetic elf don't want the world to be overrun by insect bug demons. Not very many people would approve of that. So I don't like it. You shouldn't. It's bad. Really, really bad. The initial bugs prepare a nest for the summoning of a queen. Once a nest has its queen, she literally explodes with a newly manifested insect. They swarm out of the nest, feeding on all the flesh they can find, and implanting more insect spirits into the fresh queen. The room falls silent. They all consider the scenario. Telestrian breaks the silence. This is not an infestation, Blue. Invasion. My Lord Lofweir knew this day would come, but he did not know precisely when or nor where, yeah. Your rescue of Mr. Telestrian's daughter has exposed the existence of an insect spirit for the first time in this cycle of the world. That's not gonna. We already know they're invincible and cruise missiles aren't gonna do it. So you're early to the party this time. That gives you the upper hand, right? We are not early. We merely have experience on our side. The insect spirit is only a resident in the transformed host's body. Conventional weapons can hurt the body and expose the spirit, but the spirit itself cannot be destroyed by mundane means. Hence, Project Aegis. Air Telestrian's Biotechnology and Agricultural Division worked with my Lord Lofweir's thaumaturgical engineers and designed Project Aegis to destroy an insect spirit once it is released from its host. The formula, a fluorescing astral bacteria strain, exists in the physical and astral plane at once and can thus affect. Now that was a mouthful. Did you memorize it, or are you reading it off index cards? My director of R&D, Diane Ravenwood, will explain how Project Aegis will be used in the field. Dr. Ravenwood. Ahem. Our weapons specialists have rapidly prototyped a delivery device for the fluorescing astrobacteria strain. They've created some prototype launchers which fire Aegis-filled shells. When fired, the shells will discharge a high-velocity stream of the bacteria. In order to destroy one of the bugs, it must first be damaged using conventional weapons or magic until the spirit is released. Then the insect spirit must be shot with Project Aegis prototype launcher to destroy it. So in order to stop an invasion of insects from another dimension, a dragon and an elf co-created a magical insecticide. Rudely put, but accurate. We must stop our Universal Brotherhood from summoning a queen, and we must stop them immediately. You are the only one who has been inside the facility, and the only one who has personally fought these creatures before. That, along with your highly effective assault upon my property, indicates that you are the ideal person to lead the attack. I am flattered, but what makes you think Project Aegis will actually work? It's not tested yet, right? He grins and his red lipstick catches light. Because it has to. Come on, kid. When fate taps you on the shoulder, you've got to pay attention. Unfortunately, she has the nasty habit of tapping you on the opposite shoulder, so that when you turn around, she's on your other side, giggling like a deranged schoolgirl. I hate that. Enough. Are you willing to undergo this mission, Blue? Well, I'm a professional, and professionals get paid for their work. I assume that saving mankind involves compensation. I don't need much. You are obviously a millionaire. I will take 100,000 noise. Of course. Here is my proposal. If you prevent the queen from being summoned and destroy the insects in the nest, 1 million Noyen will be divided by the surviving team members. No, I'm not pushing it. I'm not willing to. 1 million Noyen for me, after everyone else is dead, is more than enough. Excellent. He claps his hand as if seeing the circus for the first time. I love the way that the short-lived are willing to die even faster. It's very inspirational. Brockhouse raises his hand. Harlequin's clapping instantly stops. There is one final note. A warning, if you will. You have seen the dangers the insects represent, but you have not witnessed the shaman's power. The shaman must tap into a powerful source of magic in order to summon a queen. We do not know what abilities that power source will grant. Beware of the insects, but do not underestimate the shaman. Hey, don't scare the kid, Hansel. We still need him to go on that mission. By the by, I'm coming with you, Blue. I wouldn't mind seeing the creatures for myself. I missed them last time. Telestrian will bankroll you so you can hire the rest of the team. Find me when you are ready to go, and we'll bug right out of here. Yes. Speak with Harlequin when you are ready to depart. If you wish to acquire additional supplies for your mission, find my assistant Quoth. He is highly resourceful. Well, it's definitely time to end the episode. We have, I wonder if this is like the last mission already. We might be at the end of the game, to tell you the truth. I was kind of, wow, we got 28 karma. It's definitely time to pimp out our ride, but I will save all this for the next episode. We'll spend our karma, we'll finish up our drones. I don't know if I'm going to worry about the decking too much, but I want to get maxed out intelligence and drones at the very least. And I was really happy for all that last conversation that we had all the charisma to talk our way through quite a lot of stuff, which was pretty fun. I'm not sure if this is the end of the game. It might be, so I don't know what else I would put my points in, to be honest. I was hoping I'd be able to get some more cyberware, but maybe this is the end. Anyway, like I said, we'll explore all of that later on. Thanks for watching, folks. I hope you have enjoyed. Next time, we're going to go hunt some bugs, and we're going to use a bug launcher, and I don't know how we're going to build our team exactly. This is different than the Seamstresses Union, but I'm sure we'll have a way of sorting things out. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you've enjoyed, and have a great